Well, I'm joined here by the defending champion of Tata Steel India Rapid, Hikaru Nakamura. Hikaru, today you played a fantastic game against Anish. How was it? I mean, the opening, this Bishop A4 idea, something new over there?
Yeah, I mean, I think I played this against Maxim in Zagreb, but I felt that it's something a little bit complicated. And obviously, the third round of the day, we played quite a bit of chess, so I figured it was worth a try against Anish because I think he was hoping for something very sharp. And I had looked at all of this. I knew that it was completely fine for black objectively, but if you aren't super precise, it can become tricky. And Anish was not super precise, and once he lost the pawn and I got this knight on c4, even if I think it should be holdable, in a rapid or a blitz game is very unpleasant because there's just endless pressure, and you can't just think for 20 minutes and find a good setup. So it was a lot smoother than I thought it would be, but nonetheless, I'm quite pleased with how clean the end of the game was, especially because I didn't really give him any counterplay, and that's really what you want if you can get it. Usually you don't, but I was able to against Anish.
Yeah, and your king was just like walk through e2, d3, e4, d5. I mean, he couldn't stop it. Did he have a better defense somewhere?
Again, I mean, I think at the start he was completely fine. I think even h5 he's probably okay there, but as I said, it's very hard there to just sort of sit on the position. Like, I think if he probably leaves the rook on like b8 or b7 and he just sort of shuffles the king, or he goes like rook b7 and knight f8 d7 back and forth or something, I think objectively it's probably still completely fine, but it's very hard to do this, especially in blitz or rapid. And then yeah, once he put the pawn on e5, I was just able to bring the king in, and it seemed very much like a textbook game. So yeah, it was quite nice.
So how do you like the venue this time? It's different from last year. Do you find it similar or how is it?
Well, it's quite a bit different. First of all, there's a lot more seating for the spectators with it being here in the National Library, so that's definitely a plus. You know, it's different. There are some good things, some bad things, but I think in general, being able to accommodate the spectators is definitely a high priority, and the fact that the organizers are able to do that is very, very good, and I'm expecting more and more people to come out every day, so there's not much to complain about.
So when you come to India, like you did last year and also now, is it like, yes, I'm going to India, you're excited about this, or is it like, okay, just another event? Is coming to India interesting for you?
Yeah, I mean, I think last year certainly I was very excited because I'd never actually been to India. I was supposed to play the World Junior in Goa many years ago, but I had some flight issues and all sorts of stuff, so I didn't end up playing there. So last year I was very excited to come to India, having never been to India and having never played a chess event here. So it was great last year. This time around, it's still exciting to be here. Of course, the travel is quite difficult. It's a very, very long trip from the U.S. And then secondly, having traveled so far, it's a little bit weird to play a tournament that's only 5 days, because normally when you play a tournament, you like 6, 7, 8, 9 days. Obviously, with the Grand Prix and these events, I've kind of gotten used to these events that can be 2 days or a week or whatever the duration is. So it's quite nice to be here, but as I said, I would like it to be a bit longer just so I could get settled in. Having said that, it's always good though to be in India, and it's good to get off to a very decent start, certainly.
Yeah, 2 out of 3, that's a great start. One question we had was about your streaming. You know, we see you streaming online, and it's so exciting. You do so much stuff. And you talk while you play, you know. I mean, there's a lot of distractions, there's music. So when you sit on the board, do you also like start talking to yourself in your mind, or?
Generally I don't actually. I'm able to separate it. I think if anything though, having done streaming, the one thing it has let me do is I feel I'm a bit less distracted at the board, because when you stream, of course you have to communicate. There has to be interaction with everyone who's watching, and I think because I do that so much online, I've actually been better at focusing in the last couple events that I've played, where I'm not actually getting distracted or thinking about random things during the game. So I think it can cut both ways, but for me, I found that generally the thoughts I have are it's much more about chess.
It's worked positively for you.
Yeah, I mean the results are a different story, but yeah, I feel in general a bit more focused during the games.
Okay, Hikaru, we have a small quiz for you. This we did yesterday with 4 people: Magnus, Anish, Vidit, and Erwin.
Right.
And we would like to do it with you today. It's because you are in India and because Anand will turn 50 very soon. Vishy Anand, and he's a big legend. we wanted to give you some positions from his games, which you have to guess what the best move is and who his opponents are, like in each game. And the first one,
first one, I'm almost positive is this game Levon Aronian against Vishy Anand. It was in Vaikanze. I don't remember what year it was, but I played in the event.
And the move here?
The move here for black. I mean, I don't really see options, so it has to be bishop takes d4, king h1, and then I believe, how does it go? Bishop d4, king h1. Yeah, I'm trying to remember this game because I think if you play knight h2, there's knight g5 there, and it's you're actually losing. So
well, bishop d4 is possible, but Anand played a spectacular move here.
Ah, so I'm wrong. Okay, that's good to know. Okay, you played a spectacular move. What am I missing? 'Cause I mean, the only two moves I see here are bishop d4 or queen h4. So let me just look a bit closer at this. Bishop d4, king h. Okay, you didn't play bishop d4. Knight h2, dc5. That's obviously stupid. Queen h4, bishop g4 takes king h1. Yeah, I think he must have just played queen h4 then. But
well, he played knight d e5.
Wow, okay.
And I guess that.
Yeah, now that you say it, it makes sense. But actually, the problem is when I see this position, I start thinking there's some game recently in where was it? In Isle of Man between I think Levon Aronian and Samuel Sevian, and it was the same kind of line, slightly different. But I know in that line, black was some knight h2, I believe. So maybe I'm crazy, but yeah, I'd forgotten. Of course, yeah. Now that you mention it, it makes sense. Okay. But yeah.
Let's go to the next one. This is
This looks. I mean, this looks like something I should know.
Have you seen this before?
I mean, I haven't. It's the same structure, but somehow I think it's wrong. Like my first thought is that this is his game against Magnus from Norway, but on second thought, as I look at it more. Well, I mean, I don't know Vishy's game super well, so I'm gonna take a guess that this is game against Magnus from Norway, even though I'm not. I don't think it is, but it's the only guess I have in my mind.
This game is from '95.
Yeah. Okay. So
very old
that
one.
makes sense. Yeah.
It's against Kamsky, and Vishy played the move knight d1 here, which was very strong. I mean, because he wanted to put his knight to c3 and stop knight g5.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of what I was saying is when I saw this I thought, well, either it's something very recent or it's something ancient, because this knight on b4 normally you don't get this out of the Spanishes that people
very concrete.
Yeah, because people don't play these sorts of Spanishes anymore. So I figured it's something new or something old, but yeah, evidently Kamsky. Yeah, I don't think I've even ever seen this game. So yeah.
This was the candidates in '95.
Yeah, I definitely don't see that. Yeah, so this one is very famous, of course. This is game 9. I believe it's game because it was 8 draws and only won game 9. Yeah. So this is game 9 between Anand and Kasparov from the World Championship match in '95.
Amazing.
Fortunately, I wasn't at this game, so I was supposed to be there, but I wasn't. And you're asking what's the best move here?
Yeah, this Anand is white, so.
I should remember this right off. Something restricting, I thought. Is it? I don't remember. Is it? There's some rucksack I vaguely recall at some point.
Sure.
But in this position, rook d5, knight d5 does not look quite right. Or am I missing something?
Well, that's what happened in the game.
He did play rook d5.
He did play rook d5, and Gary took knight d5, which was a mistake, and then after ed5, Vishy went.
Yeah, queen g6, c5. Yeah, e4, bishop e2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean this also starts to remind me of a similar kind of theme from another game, but yeah. Okay, so that's game 9.
And this one.
This one. Again, I see the structure, which means this is some kind of rouser, classical Sicilian rouser, which means it's also something from the Stone Age. So. There's like literally no way that I'm going to know this game. Like I don't even have a guess on this one. I mean, I would say it's, I don't know, maybe it's against Kramnik or somebody from the 90s, but yeah, I don't know.
Pretty close. It's against Ivan Chuk.
Chuki. Okay, yeah. I mean, it had to be someone in that group. It's clear this is.
But the move here is very nice. I mean.
So Vishy was black, right?
Yeah, he was black, and he played a move which.
Okay, let's see. Okay, f5 doesn't look right. Rook h4, h3 doesn't look very special. Rook g8, h3 doesn't do anything. Let's see. b4 doesn't do anything. Okay, he played something here that makes. Okay, I mean the moves that come to mind are something like bishop f8 or bishop d8.
Yeah, these are the
yeah,
moves which
I'm
come
guessing,
to mind, but
let me see. So bishop f8, rook d6 doesn't look right. Bishop h. Yeah, I think it's. Yeah, I think the move is bishop f8 here. That's my guess.
but Anand played here bishop c4, and I mean he exchanged his good bishop.
And
But his idea was to get rook h3 and then king d7, king d6, and he.
but on bishop c4, I don't have to take. That's if I just go king c1.
Yeah, and then he takes and then goes rook h3. I guess black
e2?
and then king d7.
Yeah, but there's still bishop d2 and some g5. Yeah, black is better. It's I'm not sure that I believe in bishop c4 being the best move here actually, but
Okay, interesting. But I mean, the idea was like if white
The
gets
idea
in
is nice,
h3,
yeah.
then he should be okay. So he had to stop h3 at all costs, and he played bishop c4.
right. The concept and the idea is very nice. So. I'm not sure I believe that that's the best move though.
Okay.
Anyway, next game. This one
This
I
is
should
a
know.
pretty recent one. Not very recent.
This was Vishy was black. This was Sergey against Vishy and Vaikanze. I think this was a year that I was not playing. So yeah, I don't know the year, but this is a game Karyakin against Anand. And Vishy was black here, right? So
Yes.
he played. What did he play? This one I should remember. I mean, what am I? Yeah, I'm trying to figure out if it's just like basic tactics or there's some trick here. I mean,
No, I mean all these games are double exclamation moves by Anand.
yeah,
So
yeah. I mean, I think it's. I know it's not working. I think it's. What is it? No, it's 97. Is it 97?
yes.
Yeah, it is 97. Yeah,
Knight
97.
c7, and
Yeah.
if queen c7, rook c8.
Rook c8 first,
Queen
right?
e7,
Exactly.
knight c4, and
Yeah.
he goes and mates the
Right.
white king. Okay, next one. You've seen this.
The position looks vaguely familiar, but I'm not. I mean, I feel like I've seen the position, but I literally have no clue who it's against. Yeah, this one. Yeah, I literally have no idea who it's against.
This was against Lottier in '97, so very old one.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
And the move here was
It's White's move. Well, let me see if I can get it. White's
yeah,
move here.
White to move.
Let's see. Okay. C3 knight e3 doesn't look right. King g2 knight e3 doesn't look right. Bishop a3 21. Is it yeah, I think it's rook takes f7. That's my guess. Or wait, no, rook f7. There's knight c3. Wait a second. Rook f7, knight c3. No, wait a second. Yeah, I mean, queen e1's the move that comes to mind, but that can't be right. Queen g1, knight f4. Yeah, this. Or wait a second. No, wait. Oh wait, no. There's a. It's the other order, isn't it? Bishop g6. Yeah, it's bishop g6, queen d1, takes, king f8, knight e7, knight e7. Queen d. Yeah, it's bishop g6. Yeah.
But bishop g6, queen d1.
Yeah, and it's there. It's the in between. It's the in between move. It's rook takes e6 is the move. Yeah, it's rook e6, not bishop f7.
Yeah, but then I mean I just play king f8 or
Yeah, king f8, bishop a3 check.
maybe there's some knight b4, queen d6. I don't know. Yeah, maybe that doesn't work. But the move which Anand played, I'm sure that there's some issue here. But his move was h6. So that after
okay.
g h6, now bg6, and then queen d1.
You've got bishop h6. Okay,
yeah,
the other
rook
way.
e6.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Okay. Very nice too. Yeah, I don't know for sure. Of course, it's been a long day, so I'm taking some guesses.
well, you're working really hard, and well, this position no one got. So this one was very tough.
Well,
I mean, not
okay.
the position, but the name of the opponent.
I mean, this is obviously in the Najdorf, of course, because the pawn's on b4. But like again, I see a knight on e4, so it's out of an English attack, of course.
This was in 93.
I mean, I can sort of tell I can tell what it comes from in the evolution of this line in the Najdorf. But who would this be against? I mean, yeah, if it's in the 90, I mean, I literally have, I mean, and he's black, right? He's not even white.
No, white. Anand is white.
Yeah, if he was white, I could maybe say it's like against Gary or something, but he's not even white, so. Yeah, I mean, I have no idea on this one.
This was Belyavsky here. And white played white to move here, yeah.
Oh wait, no, he was white. Sorry, okay, but he was white. Okay.
Vishy is white.
Yeah, and there's some move here. Of course, you can take with something on e6. That's an obvious point. Whether that's correct or not, I don't know. Bishop e6, queen e1. Yeah, bishop e6 doesn't look like anything special. Let's see. E6, queen e1. Knight e6, fe6. One, rook h3. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, you're right. Actually, it was knight
knight
e6 in the game.
Yeah, but I mean, the line goes on after queen e1, so.
Yeah, queen e1, knight
g7 maybe. Yeah, knight g7, and you're up material. Okay, fair enough.
That was. And I guess this is the last couple of ones. I think this.
This one is knight e3. Well, I mean, the move is knight e3, of course. Who is this against though?
This was a world championship match.
This was against Kramnik, really?
Yes, yes. Kramnik.
Kramnik got this BNA. Okay.
2008, and this is from Meran.
Yeah, no, I know the opening. I mean, of course, but yeah, it's like, yeah, this one.
And I guess this is the last one.
Yeah, this one I know. This is his game against Fabiano in St. Louis. I think in 2018, I believe. 17. Okay, yeah. So this one, yeah, of course. And the correct move. Let me just make sure I get the move right. I believe it's queen, or it's not rook e2. It's queen d4, rook f8, queen d. No, wait.
Yep.
Queen d4, rook f. Yeah, but I'm trying to. Rook f8, rook c5. Yes, exactly, rook c5. Yeah.
Fantastic.
So yeah.
Well, Hikaru, you worked so hard after playing 3 rounds. Really grateful for doing this. I hope you enjoyed doing it.
Yeah, it was fun. Learn something new every day.
And Anand will turn 50 on 11th of December. Do you have some wishes for him?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's amazing. In the history of chess, there are very few players who have remained so strong to an age that's past your prime. I think all the players who have stayed very strong to their 50s or older are from well before my generation. People like Smyslov, obviously there's the most famous example, Korchnoi. So, no one in my lifetime has really been able to maintain their form that long. So, to see Vishy, who's a living legend, playing in these top events at the age of 50 is really amazing, and hopefully he's going to be playing for many more years.
Thank you, Hikaru, and thank you for being so gracious with your time.
Sure, no problem.